Do you really know that God is your relative? Do you really know that the world is not yours? If you did, you would have no fear. Are you in knowledge? Has your ignorance gone? One king got annoyed with his son and threw him out. And the prince went here and there. He didn't know how to earn his living. He became a beggar in a place little away. But as the king grew old, his ministers advised that you have to groom somebody to be your successor. You may as well call your son back. He sent his ministers to go and get the son. The son used to beg in the marketplace when the ministers arrived. They said to the beggar, "Your father is calling you back. Your relationship with him is revived. He wishes to groom you for the throne in the near future." The poor beggar used to be so diffident. "Babuji, paisa." He would go around begging in the shops. His back suddenly straightened up. His eyes started sparkling, and there was an additional tenor in his voice. He told the ministers, "Get the chariot ready. I'm going to freshen up and come in a moment." The shopkeeper said, "What transformed in you all of a sudden? How come you filled yourself with so much of self-confidence?" He said, "Earlier I thought I was a beggar. Now I know I'm the crown prince." That is the power of real knowledge. Do you really know that God is your relative? If you did, you would have no fear. But if we have fear, it means we don't have the knowledge. Do you really know that the world is not yours? If you did, you would be detached. If you knew there was poison in a cup, you would not drink it. True knowledge brings detachment from the material and attachment to the spiritual. So while Shree Krishna started his dialogue to Arjun by saying, "Don't lament," he ends not by asking Arjun, "Are you lamenting?" but just asking, "Are you in knowledge? Has your ignorance gone?" Arjun responds, "Nashto moha smritir labdha." My more ignorance is dispelled. I am now in knowledge. It goes without saying that lamentation has been dispelled. It goes without saying that his love for God is revived. So here Narad says, on knowing God, what will happen? Matto bhavati. You will become intoxicated. One drunkard came out of the bar, sat in the taxi and said, "Take me to such and such place." The taxi driver, he kept his car in neutral gear, revved up the accelerator, and after 5 minutes he said, "Sir, we have reached. Give me the fare." The drunkard said, "So fast?" "Here it is. But next time don't drive so fast." He got out. He was intoxicated in a worldly inebriant that destroys the intellect. Now, Narad says the divine lover gets intoxicated in bhakti. And that intoxication doesn't have detrimental side effects. Worldly intoxicants, they could lead to extremely crippling addictions. And then people say, "Oh my God, my life is ruined. I have become a slave of a chemical." But the divine intoxication will liberate you. या अनुरागी चित्त की गति समझे नहीं कोय, ज्यों ज्यों डूबे श्याम रंग, त्यों त्यों उज्ज्वल होय. The nature of bhakti is, as your chit, subconscious, is immersed in the colors of Shree Krishna, the dark complexioned God, the more resplendent it becomes. Counterintuitive. When a color falls, something is bespoiled. When the divine color falls, it becomes resplendent. This is the cleansing, provided we follow the rules of bhakti and do it as Narad describes. So that kind of intoxication, ऐसी पिला दिशा की, Maharaj Ji is written, बन जाए तू हमारा. Give me such divine bliss, such intoxication that I decide you alone are mine. When the intoxication increases further, the intellect sometimes becomes stupefied. And then is the manifestation of the Ashta Sattvic Bhav. These are the eightfold symptoms of devotional ecstasy. Stambah svedotha romanchah swarabhedotha vepatuh vaivarnyamashru pralaya ityashtau sattvika smrita. Getting frozen like a tree, starting to sweat, a cold sweat, swed, the body trembling, swarabhed, the voice getting choked, tears rolling out of the eyes, the hair standing on end, and pralaya, fainting unconscious. So this is because the ocean of love in the heart is difficult to control. Its waves. The devotee tries to keep it suppressed. Once in a while, the waves go out of control, the external atmosphere, and they come out like the steam in the pressure cooker comes out. And then these symptoms manifest. So don't try and manifest them, you try and suppress them. But if once in a while they do manifest, don't mind it. They are the signs of love. So, stabdho bhavati and atma ramo bhavati. The devotee rejoices in the atma. This word atma has been used in different ways. It could be used for the soul. It could be used for the Supreme Soul. In Sanskrit, words have their roots, the etymology. So the root of Atma is At, which means Vyapak, pervading. Your soul pervades consciousness through the body. So that is why your soul is called Atma. And the Supreme Soul is pervading the entire universe. So he is also called Atma. Now, sometimes Atma Ram could be referring to the Jnani who is rejoicing in the self. Atma Ramascha Munayo Nirgrantha Purakrame Kurvantya Haitukim Bhakti. Vedvyas has written in the Bhagavatam, the Atma Ram Jnanis also, if they relish bhakti bliss, they get attracted to it. But here Narad by Atma Ram is referring to God. See, in the Bhagavatam, repeatedly the word Atma has come for God. Harirhi sakshat bhagavan sharirinam atma jhashanami vatoyamipsitam. God is the Atma of all Atmas. Krishna me namavehitvam atma namakhila atmanam. When Parikshit was told by Shukadev that the Gopīs, the cowherd maidens, they had their little ones, but they would leave them at home to go and see the little one of Yashoda and Nand Baba, that darling of Braj, Krishna. And Parikshit raised his eyebrow and said, Gurudev, every mom in this world loves her own child. Why were these moms of Vrindavan running to go and see the child of Yashoda? That is when Shukadev responded, Krishna me namavehitvam atmanam akhilatmanam. Look, Parikshit, this Krishna is the Atma of your Atma. So you are the Atma of the body. And your Atma is the body of God. And Krishna is the Atma of your Atma. So, Atma Ram means it also has the Ramu Kridayam Dhatu. The mind plays games with Krishna, engages in loving pastimes with Krishna as a consequence of bhakti.